Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Gwendy from NS2D Studios, and welcome to this unannounced stream. I was supposed to do this earlier at around 8 in the morning, but after doing a little bit of a Twitch stream, I got really tired and thought, okay, I'm just gonna take a little nap. And then I woke up. It was already 11 in the in the morning, and I'm like, oh shoot, I was supposed to do I was supposed to do one of my spoiler talk Fridays. But anyway, technically it's still Friday in the US, which is where most of my audience is. But it's already Saturday in here in the Philippines. It's actually 12 noon Saturday here in the Philippines. And I think there's daylight savings times in the US already. And I know this because my client, my main boss, is in the US. I'm not talking about Jay. I do work as a graphic designer. So yeah, I know that DST has started. So it's still Friday. So anyway, there's only a few of us here because I did not make announcements. I just suddenly like, okay, I need to click on the stream button right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the chat and greet everyone in the chat. So, hello Jade, Solago, hello, and Edith, hello, Hermes Onion, hello, Snow, hello, Oliver, hello, Nicole, hello, um, just a very artistic person, hello, Oliver, okay, I think you read it off, Oliver already, Kyla, hello, um, RT, hello, Luke, hello, 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 and Amelia's creation of a line. And I think that's everyone for now. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Uh, I know that of course the Vengeance Saga is out, but I wasn't really able to do like a analysis stream, and I want to be able to do that right now. So what we're gonna do for Vengeance is we are gonna like analyze, listen to the songs. Well, technically, we are gonna be actually watching. As you can see, I've already prepared the video there. We are gonna be watching the live stream from Jay, and we are going to make some analysis and stuff, not just of the visuals, but of the songs as well. And then I'm going to talk about the behind the scenes stuff that I worked on just a little bit because I've done like a couple or maybe three live streams about it. And then we are going to proceed to Ithaca Saga. I'm probably going to look at Salago videos for that. So, let me see. I think there's a few more people here. Original Kayla, hi. Immortal Cheesecake, hello. Arobis, hello. Ariel, hello. Storm, welcome back. And so, yeah, we're gonna. I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna waste your time, guys. We are gonna get started with the Vengeance Saga, um, viewing and analysis, and starting with A very controversial character, to say the least, of Epic, the musical, and Greek mythology as a whole. And that is the song I'm Not Sorry for Loving You. Here we go.
Someone arrived today. They said they're taking you away, that you're not mine to save. And soon I won't get to see your face. So I came by to say, you're unlike anyone I have ever known. Cause you're all I've ever known. And if I pushed you, or if I came on too strong, or if I ambushed you, for that I'll say I was wrong. And if you hate me, then I am sorry, my love's too much for you.
Okay, so from time to time, I will be pausing. This is not a listening party, guys. This is an analysis and behind the scenes stuff for our spoiler talk Fridays. So we are gonna talk about it. When I first listened to this song, one the first things I noticed is that Barbara Wangui, actually used a younger voice. If you've actually listened to her audition, which was actually my very first exposure to Epic, she uses a more mature voice, but this time around she uses a really a younger voice. Ever since like Love in Paradise. So now I'm thinking that's on purpose because to show naivety, I guess. I wouldn't say innocent. I wouldn't go so far as to say as innocence, but probably naivety because I do believe that Calypso here is quite naive and very idealistic in her notions of what romance is. Thereby, she is also quite yeah, puppy love and all that, not infatuated. I think she's infatuated with the idea of Odysseus just because she's so lonely, but she doesn't really love him as a person, you know? Everything she knows about him is just stuff which I believe, and Jay never told me this, but I believe she uses her powers to get into his head. And what she sees is that, she like cherry picks what she sees there just because she's so lonely, you know? Hold on, let me just take a drink of water. And while we're still paused, I'm gonna check the chat. Let's see. Um, Hello, Dylan. Oh, your name now is Priscilla Lemon. Hi. Um, Song's really good. I'll give it that. But then, like, she was apologizing, but then the moment she says like, "But I'm not. I'm sorry. My love's too much for you." It's like, what, girl? You were starting to apologize, and then what? And I think that's the beauty of this song because there's so many ways to interpret it. Others may interpret it as simply an apology from someone who is heartbroken, but it can also be seen as something that's quite manipulative, which I am actually for that latter. Like, she like, yeah, she's. I feel like she was still like, um, starting to think about possibly gaslighting and manipulating Odysseus into staying and having Odysseus make that decision himself, but not, of course, without her pushing for it by doing a pity party. That's just my opinion. I don't really have a strong hate towards Calypso, at least not the epic Calypso. Hold on. So I don't really have like a strong hate for epic Calypso. Um, I the thing is, you can sympathize with the character and at the same time not condone their actions. You know, like I said, she's a very very controversial character. There's so many ways to look at her as a character. Let me still check at the chat. Emperor King, hello. Um, okay, my son is awake. Why are you going to the hospital, baby? You're. I haven't seen the cosplay of Ongui. I'm gonna have to check it out. I love and hate how Odin looks like he doesn't really care when he leaves the island. So cold, Odin. Yeah, we can talk about that more later, especially when it comes to the visuals by Gigi. Yeah, her audition is definitely different from the released version for sure. Christmas Silla is still November. In the Philippines, it's already Christmas. It's been Christmas in September here in the Philippines. In fact, we hold the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest Christmas in the world. We started September, and then there's just 1 month in October, or between October and November. We're in almost like just one day of Halloween, and then it's back to Christmas again. So you can actually see like Christmas decorations along with Halloween disco decorations in malls. Um, I think I would have. Okay, Luke. Okay, what was that? Luke. Where was that? Luke says, "I think I would have cried for Calypso in this if I didn't know the different interpretation of how she treated Odysseus." I feel like, to be honest, as someone who also went through an unrequited love, this song is kind of relatable. I always, I keep saying this, but I always think of the squirrel from Sword in the Stone. About, I always think of that whenever I hear this song. Hello, Notching, you're not late. We're just getting started. She could be seeing his strong, unwavering love for Penelope and wishing, projecting it onto herself. That is a good interpretation of it. Like, he's seeing that she could be Delulu as well. You know, oh, you're trapped in my island. You're thinking about your wife. You're so loyal to your wife. I'm your wife. Something like that. Um, let's see. Classic narcissistic non-apology. That's technically true. I've like encountered a few narcissistic persons in my life, and they do be apologizing like that. Um, let's see. A little bit naivety and confusion. Yeah, she's confused because I think she's deluded herself into thinking that Odysseus is in love with her, and we can get to that the further along the song we go. Um, I'm glad you still have yours. I definitely do. I bring it up from time to time. Let's see. Talks about one time was nice to her so she could let him go. Wait, I think that's a cut song, Arobis. At least she kind of apologized for the bad things she's done in the epic way. Kind of, but it's like a non-apology almost. Like, I'm sorry if I'm too pushy, but I'm also sorry for not loving you. But it isn't like the whole loving issue the reason why she was so pushy. Yeah, it felt like a backhanded apology. And true, she might never have apologized before. She doesn't know. That's the tragedy of this thing. She is also a tragic character in her own right. Um, let's see. Um, let's see. Version Ionas are in love. Yeah, I do like the final version because it feels so much in character, in my opinion. If she had sounded a lot older, uh, to me, I don't know, it probably wouldn't have the same impact as her sounding young. Just because, it embodies naivety, her, essentially her inexperience of the world, you know? Um, that squirrel messed me up saying through the years. Whenever I remember that unrequited love from the squirrel, I'm like, oh no, poor squirrel. I hope she finds her one true love one day. I'm still hoping. She's never had apologized to her being alone. Yes, she doesn't know proper manners and etiquette. Yes, that's why she doesn't know boundaries. So really. And yeah, she treats him like an object. True. Um, yeah, Wongu's vocals, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, polarizing Carlos is in the fandom and how differently everyone interprets her based on their own interactions with characters and people like Calypso. Also based on their own experiences. There are people who are especially triggered by Calypso, and that's totally valid. There are people who are mildly annoyed, and there are people who absolutely loathe her. We have different life experiences. We encounter different people in our lives, so it's actually there's no um I think our analysis and understanding of Calypso is very, very subjective to our life experiences. Um, let's see. We just scroll up. Um, let's see. I'm still catching up. Hello, Meme Divinity. Mariana, hello. Um, yeah, I love the vocals. The lyrics, they sound quite manipulative. And I appreciate Jay for writing it like this, to be honest. That it's not an outright apology. He's still staying true to the character in the mythology. Um, let's see. Yet Odysseus did attempt to stop her and tell her she didn't listen. Yeah, she doesn't understand what she really did wrong. So she apologized for what she thought she did wrong, according to him. Yeah, yeah. Uh, if someone is taking you away, the last thing she asked was if his wife was better than her, a goddess, and he said, "What was this?" Jane's version of Calypso, she is emotionally stunted from having essentially been in isolation majority of her life. That's also a good analysis of that Rash. Uh, almost cried, but I'm not sorry for loving you. I think Calypso is quite possessive. Well, if you think about it, like she's never had anyone, and she probably like is very everything is scarce on that island. So to have company, she's probably it's understandable that she would be possessive of Odysseus because it's she thought it was her last chance at being not alone. You know, she's scared of being alone. She went through that for hundreds of years. Uh, Basically, she never learned manners. Yep, yep. Okay, hello, the artiste. Welcome to the live stream. We are just getting started. We're not even halfway through a Calypso song, and we're just stopping to analyze some of the lyrics here. Calypso discourse on Reddit has been wild since the Wisdom Saga. It's only become more rampant since the Vengeance Saga. Yeah, true, true. Um, but yeah, such a shame that the first person to wash up on her was literally the wife guy ever of all time. Yeah. Um, yeah, she felt isolated in Gija. She has zero social skills. Like almost like a wild woman at like Tarzan or something. No boundaries at all. But at the same time she's so scared of being alone that she clung on to the first person she like washed on her shore. She was frightened of losing him because I don't think she was frightened of losing Odysseus himself. I still do believe that she is very idealistic in her idea of being in love with him. She is in love with the idea of having company for the rest of her life. She is in love with the idea of not being alone. Not she's not in love with Odysseus, she's in love with the idea of him. But what scares her the most is not losing him. What scares her the most is isolation. And I think that actually adds so much layer of tragedy to her character. You know? I wish we got the short scene of Hermes telling Calypso that she had to let Odie go. Who knows? We might actually get that. She was frightened of parting with whom she wanted, whom she needed, according to her. And what she needed was not to be alone, I think. Yeah. Also, she's goddess titan, so she didn't really follow the same rules as humans do. True. Not only does she not know how to interact with Odie as a human, she has no concept of it. True. I wonder how she was trapped on that island. She was banished there as daughter of a titan. I think she's a complex character, and a lot of people have conflicting opinions that are very strong, but I think her being complex makes her more interesting. This is true. This is the same with Eurylochus, to be honest. Characters who are quite complex, they often, like, in my opinion, they either frighten people and they don't want to look too far into it beyond the black and white. But it when it comes to media, you really have to look through a prism, you know, a prism. Like people are a myriad of colors, and the characters are a myriad of colors, unless they are written to be black and white. I do not think that Calypso is a black and white character. There is a lot of depth to her. It's just that a lot of these negative feelings also stem from our own personal experiences with characters like Calypso. So yeah, maybe in Epic he doesn't show he is possessive of Penelope, but when we learn that those suitors want to marry her, well, he is a monster after all. We're gonna discuss more about that in the Ithaca Saga. All she needed was a friend, and the first real person she met gave her the most brutal rejection that I have. Yeah, it is true. Hello, Artemis. She does have evil actions. She doesn't know any better, but that doesn't excuse her. Yeah, you can sympathize with the character. You can try to understand a character without condoning their actions. Um. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play it again. Continue playing it. See? Oh my gosh. If you're gonna say sorry, don't say I'm not sorry for the thing that made you do those things anyway. You know? No, let him speak. And here she is doing a pity party. Like I said, I'm not hating, I'm just observing. He was not her dream come true. Her dream come true is not being alone. Let me just pause this for a bit. Um, I don't like Calypso personally, but I can understand that she has layers. Yes, and yes, she can be both empathetic and not a good person. That is absolutely true. Hello, Reheated. Are YouTube lives for analysis and TikTok for art and drawing? Both. A lot. It depends. If I want to work more, I actually try to do it on TikTok. If I want like to have more interaction, I do it on YouTube. But most of my streams, analysis streams and whatnot, will be on YouTube. Um, let's see. Pasay kebab. Getting ready for eulogy for Yuri. Yeah, the eulogy for Yuri thing, we're probably gonna have to delay that a bit more. Things are gonna get busy in the next few weeks, I'm sure. Um, her past was sad, but she needs to learn how to treat people. At least 7 years is a lot. But like someone pointed out, she's not a human. She's a goddess, and she's never had any interaction with anyone. So the only person she ever interacted with is Odysseus, and I'm pretty sure he's not teaching her a lot of social skills. She is different. I didn't think so much of Pity Party as much as her trying to offer an explanation for her actions with a history of trauma, which would explain her past of abandonment on the island. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I feel like she might be hiding behind it a little too much. There it is, GG's beautiful spin shot. There she's Delulu. I'm stuck in the moment I thought that we had. So she was deluding herself into thinking that he was in love with her. And now Odysseus is doing a bit of manipulation himself. Like he's I feel like Odysseus at this point was almost slapping her in the face to really hammer her the point that I like to really like I don't know if it was intentional in Odysseus' part, but I feel like he was tired. He was at that point he knew he could get away. He was just really tired of her and having to go through this for 7 years. So he knew he had to put a stop. He first let her hear the words that she's always wanted to hear, but at the same time cut her down. That's cold, Odysseus. That's cold. But then 7 years with her, and if what happened in the Greek mythology did happen, I I understand. Yeah. I wonder what happens directly after Love in Paradise, like canonically. Yeah. I will say I do wish people stop saying she's the exact same character that she is in the Odyssey, which I do see a lot. That Calypso I see is as vile as all the other gods. Oh, she's completely different. She's completely different. We need to differentiate like what epic Calypso is versus the ones in the Odyssey. Um, let's see. The Calypso. Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to do your own research. We don't know exactly what happened, if something did happen. We can only assume. People have different opinions about that, and we have not had any confirmation from Jay. But yeah, it was a brutal, brutal rejection because he gave her what he wanted, but at the same time told her, "This is what you want me to hear, but the words behind it don't mean anything." That's brutal. Uh, let's see. Just checking the chat. Hello, Viridian Surf. Hello. I do believe that there was a time when Odie and Calypso cared, but it was more platonic rather than romantic, like Calypso wanted. But Odie did care for her at one point, but not in the way she wanted. I do believe so. Like, she's basically the only company he had. So maybe there's a little bit of a syndrome there. Like, he's stuck on the island and he has no one to talk to as well. So, you tend to develop some sort of care for your captor. That's been documented. But of course, his love for Penelope still holds high above all that. Um, nah, Gwendy not slapping. That was an uppercut of a rejection. Um, I had mixed feelings with Odysseus saying I love you, but I feel like he gave Kalin some closure in the sense that she wouldn't stay delusioned that he's the one who got away. And then she could probably, eventually delude herself into say, oh, he still loves me, but he had to go, he had no choice and stuff like that. Maybe that's how she's going to like, um, for the rest of her life. That's pretty much how she's going to keep herself sane, essentially. And that's just sad. That's just sad. So in a way that that stab of a rejection is one last parting gift from Odysseus. See, there's just so many layers here. It's like a friggin' onion. To continue the conversation drama, to her gods were abusing her, they abandoned her, they imprisoned her, and I think Calypso felt her energies were being pulled apart by the gods. And I feel like she might actually think that, oh, I deserve this. After every suffering that I encountered, I deserve a little happiness. You know? Um, I definitely think that Calypso isn't trying to be mean or manipulate. It's just that she doesn't know how to really talk in a way that isn't really self-centered. That's a thing you pick up, especially when you're all alone. Like you don't really empathize with people, you empathize with yourself. And then other people are just like objects. So she does. It's not like it's something this epic Calypso set out to do. It's just that circumstances shaped her into this kind of person. Which, if in like a societal standards, we see her as really manipulative and all of that. But you also have to take into account the context of her situation. I think Calypso would be a loyal lover if they became what? I feel like if Calypso had been like in a different place in a different time, she might have turned out better, but of course there are circumstances which led her to where she is and shaped her into the person she is, which is not exactly the most moral person in the world. Um, let's see. Is the Dangerous Animatic coming out soon? Jay will have to post it in his platforms because um but we will watch it. We will watch it in just a little bit. Um, I can acknowledge Not Sorry for Loving You is a beautiful song. Yes. Bangu's while also disliking Calypso. True, true. It's also true. I see the song more as a temper tantrum, while Odysseus just stone faces it and doesn't care. I think he's lost all reason to care. He just wants to go home. Um, in the other anime, Hody hugs her when he says "I love you." In the rest of the song, I think it really is manipulating him, because he doesn't know he is a warrior of the mind. Um, I haven't seen that one though. I'm glad Jay's version. I'm glad it doesn't show that Calypso did to Odie. Yeah, it's left up to the imagination. That's why there's a lot of debate online about exactly what happened. Uh, let the onion. Let's see. Did I miss out on Todoroki's animation? I think I must have missed out on saying about that. That was beautiful animation. Todoroki, by the way, was the one who did the Aphrodite scene in the Wisdom Saga. There are more layers to this song than there are layers in an 8 years birthday cake. Um, we're gonna talk about the 60 track animatic thing later on. Storm. Actually, Gija isn't actually Calypso's prison. Let's see. Is it? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of misconceptions due to Rick Riordan's books. The thing is, here's the problem: when people take media or essentially fan fiction as like uh fact, that's when problems arise. Because there's just no one true canon in Greek mythology. There's so many interpretations, even way back when. So when something becomes really, really popular and people run with it and think of it as fact, and then they move on to another similar or adjacent media, and then they're disappointed because certain information are not the same as what is popular in media, problems can arise. And yes, I am talking about the Ichor. I'm still pissed off that people are still like up like after my neck because of the whole Ichor thing, but we're gonna talk about that later on. I've said it so many times, but too many people in the fandom see things black and white. I agree. Oh my gosh, everyone is nuanced, especially Odie and Yuri. Especially Yuri. Yuri's my favorite, my personal favorite human character. There's just so much nuance. You really have to stop looking at the world as black and white and start seeing the colors within every person, even people that you dislike. Uh, let's see. Oh, and Athena tells her this is Atlas' daughter made her home there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's important to remember this is a different version of the story, not necessarily canon to the original. In Jay's version, it doesn't seem to refer to it more as a prison. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I really love the emotions that Gigi put into the whole thing. Like Calypso also throwing her hands. And while the spin shot is going, that was really, really beautifully done. Um. Let's see. Uh, I love VJO, but yeah, Greek mythology is very, very messy. True. Um, sort of like the Romans version of Medusa story. Yes! God. Bad enough that there's so many Greek mythology retellings. Then the Romans had to like do their own thing and mess it up even more. There's also the golden ichor stuff. Oh my god. Like the only source of the ichor color that like we could actually think as quote unquote canon is the Iliad, where it's described as dark red wine. But we'll talk about it later. I could go on a rant about that. Epicus Minions. Yup, yup, yup. It's totally different. Um, in the Odyssey, Homer said that he gave her children. So yeah, she did something to. But yeah, but the thing is, it's different. Epic Odyssey is different versus the actual Odyssey. So we're focused on Epic Odyssey. Um, we don't know exactly because there was a cut song wherein Odie tried to seduce Calypso in order to like lull her into um a sense of security, and it seems to be implied there that they never slept together, and it would have been like the quote unquote the first time, and he tried to trick uh Calypso into doing that. The song is called Appetite. Maybe in next week's spoiler talk Friday, we'll listen to the cut songs, at least the ones that are publicly available. Um, let's see, let's see. Uh, I really love how Gigi made Odysseus throw the piano in SpongeBob. Was mistasting. This has got but it's like dark red wine. Yep, yep, it's dark red wine. Dark like red wine. The romance made stuff like 100 times more complicated. True. Hello, D9. I'm doing great, recovering quite nicely. I don't think Odie isn't a good person. Oh yeah, he's the worst in the Odyssey. And the thing is, um, Odysseus is the protagonist. Doesn't necessarily make him a hero. Um, let's see. There's also another part of episode where Calypso finds out Odie was lying. Yep, that was the time that they fought. I love how Cersei's theme turns into Odie's cunning theme. Yep, I listened to that one too. Am I the only one who thinks that Calypso Cut song sounds like something from Papa's Pizzeria? Da, 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 da. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, there's always so much confusion with the Medusa tale alone. Yeah. Calypso, my darling. Okay, let's continue.
I hate that I fell in love with you. Hate that I fell in love with you.
Odie's just
Why
done.
did I fall in love with you? Why did I fall in love with you? What do I do with this love for you? What do
And she's
I do
still
with this
trying to
love for
like
you?
get him to stay,
How am I
but
supposed to
Odie's
get
just
over you?
done.
How am I supposed to get over you? Why in the world won't you love me too?
She's really deluded herself into thinking that she was the perfect wife for Odysseus, but you know, because Odysseus is how she imagines him to be. She doesn't really think of Odysseus as his own person, but rather an extension of herself, the person that doesn't want to be alone. So yeah, so much nuance, so much controversy with this character. But I really do appreciate the way Jay wrote her, the way Jay wrote her song. Um, it elicits a lot of conflicting emotions, some stronger than others. But yeah, as a character, I can hate her actions, but also I can appreciate the way she was written. So now we move on to a happier song. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna listen in first. We're gonna listen in first to the entire song, and then I'm gonna go Delulu. I'm gonna go complete Delulu on you guys. I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat. I'm not gonna say anything first. Just listen to the song, and I'm gonna either make you think I'm crazy, or I'll either make you think I'm crazy, or I'll blow your minds. Here we go.
600 deaths under my command, 'cause I had one goal in mind. No fleet, no band, only this raft that I made by hand. How will I reach my homeland?
All you have to do is not open this bag.
Hermes?
Hello, old friend.
So you're the one who talked to Calypso. Why are you here?
You're being given a final option. Consider this your one one last chance to make it back home and abandon caution, wash it away like the blood your hands have known. I know if you dance with fate, then I know you'll enhance your state.
If your plan's so great, then why'd you wait to say it?
Well, it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get home, put it all on the line and put your whole brain in it. Remember every trick in your domain for this. You gotta treat it like it is the main event. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. Be dangerous.
Alright, I'm in. What do I do?
First up, uncharted waters. When lost, look towards the sky. Follow the North Star, no matter how far you think you're going. You keep on rolling. When strangers look around the aisle, when danger greets you with a smile, fight your way through. Do what you must do, but no matter what, keep moving. It's gonna be dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get home, put it all on the line and put your whole bread in it. Remember every trick in your domain for this. You gotta treat it like it's the main event. You wanna get home, put it all on the line, be dangerous. And lastly, the win back. We went through so much to get this. Keep this bag closed if you wanna get home, sir.
You won't get another time to try.
The raging storm inside won't let you get closer.
It was meant to stop you by design.
Cause no mortal can pass Poseidon's storm. Open this bag and you'll never make it home. You'll never make it home.
Don't you know that danger is my friend? My whole life I've trained for this. I cannot tell you how much I have paid for this. I have to get home, put it all on the line. I'm gonna use ruthlessness, every trick, every skill put to use for this. I plan to put an end to all the foolishness. I have to get home, put it all on the line, or be dangerous. Hermes, thank you.
Don't thank me, friend. I'm not the one who fought for you.
And who?
Good luck.
Okay, I told you guys I was gonna let you listen to the entire song and then I'll go to Lulu. But of course, I have to acknowledge Solango, thank you so much. Well, it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away from playing safe with this. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Okay, so now that we have listened to the song, we're gonna listen to the song again, but this time I'm gonna do some pauses. I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat. I'm gonna go completely batshit crazy on you guys in analyzing this song, and this is the sole reason why I didn't. We're not gonna just listen to the Ithaca Saga. That we are actually gonna analyze the Vengeance Saga. This is the reason why. Let me just bring it back a little bit. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
600
Wait.
600 men, 600 deaths under my command, 'cause I had one goal in mind.
Guys, the first time Jay made me listen to this song, we were on a call, right? And he was like, I guess he was also looking at my reactions, and the lyrics were on screen, and I'm like, oh my god, the silence! Like in my head, oh, excuse me. In my head, the crew answered. So when the crew didn't answer, it was, oh my god, my heart. No, he's alone, and it's a nylon string guitar, and the nylon string guitar itself has no accompaniment. He was truly alone. Oh my gosh. Like that hit me so hard, and I had to like tell Jay to pause, and I told him about it, and it's like, yeah, it was on purpose apparently. So hold on, let me just check. Hold on, guys, hold on. Yeah, my husband has been. Hold on. What you? Oh, okay. Here you go. Oh, go take it to daddy. Okay. So you guys, yeah, about the bard. My husband has been telling me as like, oh yeah, that's typical bard behavior. Everyone is fighting while they're just dancing. Okay, let me just scroll through the chat. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the dark red wine ichor later on. Um, let's see. Uh, let's see. Scrolling through the chat right now. Okay, there was some mention Hades is the most chill. Yes, Epic was crazy. We had new adventures every single song we can. Let's see. The emotional damage at the start. Like, I'm like, this is supposed to be a bop, Jay. How come you had to include this? um, let's see. I'm curious at the time of working, how much do you get to know what each animator is working on is like a surprise and vice versa? How much do you see? Okay, I think it's a different experience with every animator. In my case, um the first time Jay contacted me, he really wanted me to do Dangerous from the get-go. Um Especially the dancing part. And it was all because of Thunder Wizard. He saw Thunder Wizard and said that um he was really impressed basically. um, and he wanted me to do Dangerous, but he wasn't sure what the second animation is for. He also said that he really wanted me to do a second animation. So what he did was he made me listen to the songs that he wanted me to do. I'm fairly certain he already had Gigi in mind and Todoroki maybe as well for I'm Not Sorry for Loving You, because he didn't make me listen to that. I did tell him that I listened to the original already. I mean the demo already. So what he did was he made me listen from Dangerous all the way to the ending, while also telling me the story. He also told me the story beforehand, like even before we started listening to the demos. And from there, he made me choose. Basically, he made me choose from three key scenes, and I'll tell you more about that later on. Um, uh, let's see. Adios, red heated. Um, let's see. BRB. Okay, meme divinity. Okay. Let's continue.
No fleet, no band.
No fleet, no band. You're just one acoustic guitar.
Raps that I made by hand. How will I reach my homeland?
All you have to do is not open this bag.
So this is the time that I'm gonna go delulu on you guys. Okay. From here on end, you need to think about what happens from Charybdis to get in the water, all the way up to the torture scene, and even a little bit of the Ithaca Saga. Okay, that you need to have that mindset. And what I'm saying is that I'm positing the theory that Hermes is telling Odysseus exactly what to do through riddles and tricky words. Hold on. Um, I'm saying that Hermes may have given Odysseus some subtle hints and also some there's a term for it. There's a term for it. Uh some subtle whatever. There's a specific term for it. That he's giving her like he's giving Odysseus the I forgot the exact term. Anyway, basically not exactly manipulating but telling Odysseus exactly what to do without really telling him anything, because gods aren't supposed to help technically, but you know, Hermes. So let's see. When he said all you have to do is not open this bag, that's already telling Odysseus reverse psychology. That's him telling Odysseus open this bag. I mean, I'm telling you not to open this bag, but also I'm telling you you can. I'm just telling you not to, but you can. So that's the first thing.
Hermes?
Hello, old friend.
So you're the one who talked to Calypso. Why are you here?
You're being given a final option.
You're being given a final option. I'm gonna jump right away. What is Odysseus' final option towards the end of the Vengeance Saga in order to get home? Torture Poseidon. That's the final option. I mean, it's the one choice he still had left. He had no choice. Not that he doesn't want to do it, but also that was his final option. You're being given a final option.
Consider this your one last chance to make it back home and abandon caution.
Exactly. Become monster or stay a man. Consider this your one last chance to make it back home and abandon caution. Abandon your humanity. Torture Poseidon. Do it. Wash it away like the blood your hands have known. Your hands have known blood, but also make Poseidon bleed. I told you I'm gonna be the Lulu right now. Okay, I'm gonna put on my like tinfoil hat.
Away like the blood your hands have known, I know.
I know. If you dance with faith, then I know you'll enhance your state. You'll elevate yourself from mortal to a monster, essentially a god, by defeating another god. You'll elevate yourself, not just as from just human into something else. Ate Gwendy, what do you think the last? I know what it is. I'm just not gonna tell you guys. I can't. Because I asked Jay exactly what the line is, and he told me, and I am not at liberty to say, but I know exactly what the line is. Okay, here we go.
If you dance with fate, then I know.
Okay, remember this. Okay. Because I am theorizing that Odysseus becoming a monster is essentially him becoming a god, which is the inverse of Athena's journey from goddess to human. Remember, in the Wisdom Saga finale, Athena was removed of her godly ornaments. She lost her shield, she lost her spear, she lost her cape, she lost her helmet, until all what we had in the end was a human bleeding and begging for the life of someone she cared about. Remember that what happened here? Odysseus put on god weapons essentially. He took the wind back, put it on, turned it into a weapon. He used the trident and used it to stab a god, elevated his state from human to monster or god. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you'll enhance your state.
If your plan's so great, then why'd you wait to say it?
Well, it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. You need a mind.
Okay, it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. You'll need a mindset change for this. You really need to stop thinking like a human and embrace the monster within. Okay?
Set change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this.
You cannot get away with playing safe with this. You cannot be cautious anymore. Throw all caution to the wind. Throw your humanity out. Think like a god, an immortal god who doesn't care if they live or die. Throw your caution to the wind.
You wanna get home.
You want to get home? Put it all on the line.
Put it all on the line and put your whole brain.
Put your whole brain in it. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting part. Put your whole brain in it. He's telling him, okay, you already are very smart. You're very cunning. You need to utilize that brain of yours to think outside the box like you did with the Trojan horse. And then remember every trick in your domain for this. Domains are reserved for gods, not humans. And also Hermes is the god of is the god of many things, including trickery, right? He's a trickster god, and he happens to be the great grandfather of Odysseus. So Hermes is like, "Oh, you have my god blood in you. Your domain is also trickery. You're also cunning. Use it. Use it. Use the god blood within you from me." So yeah, game. Remember every trick in your domain. You are not human anymore. You have the potential to be a monster. You have the potential to be a god like your old man right here.
Remember every trick in your domain for this. You gotta treat it like it is the main event.
You gotta treat it like it is the main event. This is the final showdown between you and Poseidon. You gotta like go all out. You gotta go all out.
You wanna get home. Put it all
You want to get home? Put it all on the line. Be dangerous. Be the danger. Be the danger. And usually, what happens when we hear the danger motif? Gods are involved. Be a monster. Be a god. Because really, I'm really theorizing gods equals monsters in epic. At least in a metaphorical sense, you know?
Alright, I'm in. What do I do?
I'm not sure if Odysseus knows what he's signing up for. Okay, in this part, Hermes is literally just telling Odysseus the directions.
When lost, look towards the sky. Follow the North Star, no matter how far you think you're going, you keep on rolling. When strangers look around the aisle.
A little bit of a call forward to Ithaca. Strangers lurk around the aisle. That's the suitors. And Hermes is basically telling him, oh, okay, there's some strangers in your island. You're gonna have to wait for that. And then, when danger greets you with a smile, he's encountering Charybdis next, who is all teeth. All smiles because all teeth, Charybdis. So, because I was wondering, you must be who Hermes mentioned. What? When did Hermes ever mention Charybdis? Oh, right. When danger greets you with a smile, that's Charybdis. That's all teeth. And then also, danger. There it is again. Charybdis is a demigod, Poseidon's daughter. You know, so he's got to encounter another god slash monster. So here we go. Fight your way through, do what you must do, but no matter what, keep moving. So he's just telling, just go for it. Just abandon your humanity if you want to stay alive and go home. Be a monster. Be a god. Okay, essentially what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a break from the overly analyzing, and I'm just gonna show you guys like some behind the scenes or tell you the behind the scenes stuff. When Jay first commissioned me this one, I was waiting for him to give me more idea of what to do. So I had fun, and so I had like a rough animation of Hermes throwing the Caduceus into the air and turning it into a necklace. And Jay loved it so much that he retained it. And then Hermes' first dance is the rolling of the arms. I know people will say, oh, that's from the reference video. That reference video, Jay referenced it from Thunder Riser, so that's exactly what you see here. And also, from the very start, uh, Jay has already told me, oh, Hermes is not gonna help Odysseus. He's just gonna be vibing while Odysseus is fighting for his life. Also, I'm the one who suggested the Kraken. The rest of the creatures were things that Jay and I talked about, and eventually Jay decided, finalized everything. Everything. It's the hippocampus, by the way, and the sharks. Saw that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Can we go back? Okay. What? It's not playing. Hold on. I want to pause on something. Oh, speaking of the necklace, I can't be like 100% sure, but we might be getting some official epic merch, including the necklace, the Caduceus necklace. You see those sparkles? Jay was very particular about this scene. He wanted the sparkles. He wanted. I'm not sure if he wanted it from the Caduceus, but anyway, that's the impression I got, and he approved of it. So Jay didn't tell me this. Now I'm thinking that Hermes might have helped more than he let on. Who knows? Maybe that's molly powder. Oh, this is his eye. That's why his eyes were red. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. All I can say is that Jay wanted Hermes to blow the glitter to the screen as a transition. So yeah. And of course, one of the most repeated parts of this the dangerous. By the way, I mean drugs are bad, Odie. Okay, why do you think Hermes is? Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, guys. Jay knows about this, but one of the initial. Okay, I was the one who redesigned Hermes, and one of our initial designs of him, the wings, unfortunately looked like a little five-fingered plant. So I'm like, after I sent it to Jay, I'm like, we need to change that. We need to make it look more like wings than fingers. Millie, thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Gwendy. I wanted to pop by. I'm going to sleep because I have a choir competition early this morning. Good night. It's almost 11 p.m. for me. Good night, and thank you again. And also, best of luck in the choir competition. Yeah, he did stick around. I was actually surprised that Jay had Hermes stick around throughout the journey. That was surprising and nice, even though he didn't really help. Yeah, well, he might have helped. We don't know. We don't know. Well, he got bardic inspiration. He was dancing. He even gave Odysseus moral support. Very important. Okay, let's play it again. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, about the twerking. I still really want to talk about the twerking. Hold on. Okay, anyway, about the twerking, I know people are asking, like, did Jay give you a twerking reference video? He did not. Um, he did have a twerking video or attempt at twerking back in the Thunder Saga when he was dancing to Thunderbringer. There's a brief moment there he tried to twerk, and I took inspiration from that. But I did ask Jay, is it okay to make Hermes twerk? And he said, I'll ask Troy. And then he got back to me and said, Troy's okay with the twerking, and so the twerking stays. But in the Philippines, it's actually known as Ocho Ocho, one of our more iconic dances, and it was popular in the Philippines way before it was known as twerking, like years before. So that's a little bit of a Filipino stuff that I added in there. So let's continue. Did you see that, Hermes? I know it's not very clear, but Hermes actually used the pole to just spin around in the pole. In the original draft, uh, Hermes actually kicks the Hydra heads to give Odie the opportunity to cut the Hydra heads back. But when Jay saw that, he was like, nope, nope, Hermes should not help. Okay. I was like, okay. Fist bump as if you helped. Fine, you did some bardic inspiration. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay, so now we are going to proceed to back to the Lulu mode.
And lastly, the win back.
L craps.
We went through so much to get this.
Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but Jay said that the Winians had a British accent, like like Hermes. So I know people are saying, "Oh, that's Aeolus' Winians," but now I'm actually wondering, really? But yeah, Jay was specific about these Winians having uh, a British accent like Hermes.
Keep this
We like Hermes and the Winians. The Winians helped him gather up the storm.
bag closed if you wanna get home, sir.
There it is. Keep this bag closed if you wanna get home, sir. You won't get another. Okay, keep this bag closed if you wanna get home, sir. You won't get another time to try. Okay, now that's so it's basically this is back to reverse psychology again. Like, oh, keep this bag closed, but you'll never have another chance. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, the little boy's having a little bit of a tantrum. Okay, so this is me saying that this is a reverse psychology thing, and okay, sorry, we had to like move my son out because he was not being very quiet. Sorry. So anyway, um, so maybe they imitate whoever is singing. What Jay told me is that and he was really he was laughing about this while he was telling me, oh, the Winions have like Hermes's British accent. I can never forget that. I listened to the demo. It's the British accent is more pronounced in the final cut. And also yeah, the lines, keep this bag closed if you want to get home, sir. You won't get another time to try. Again, reverse psychology. Don't open this bag. But if you want to open this bag, this is your last chance to do so. You know? Um, let's see.
The raging storm inside won't let you get closer.
It was meant to stop you by design.
That's really just saying, okay, if you open this bag, it'll block your way. But this is also your last chance to open the bag.
Cause no mortal can pass Poseidon's storm.
No mortal can pass Poseidon's storm. Odysseus passed Poseidon's storm. What does that make him? It makes him a god slash monster. No mortal. Odysseus is no man. Like, I am neither man nor mythical. I am your darkest moment. I am a monster. Rah, rah, rah. So, yeah. Essentially a god. This is Hermes giving Odysseus instructions and at the same time pulling a little bit of Tiresias and predicting what would happen. Holy shit! Hold on.
The raging storm inside won't let you get closer.
It was meant to stop you by design.
Cause no mortal can pass Poseidon.
Why was his eyes white like Tiresias? Again, the Lulu hat on, the Lulu hat on. Not only was he giving instructions to Odysseus, he's telling Odysseus the future. He's telling Odysseus like what's gonna happen. Pulling at Tiresias right there. Again, I'm the Lulu. I'm the Lulu.
Storm. Open this bag and you'll never make it home. You'll never make it home.
Don't you know that
Danger is my friend.
my whole life I've trained for this? I cannot tell you how much I have paid for this. I have to get
I have paid so much for this.
the line. I'm gonna use
I'm gonna use ruthlessness. He's gonna become the monster. He's promising, okay, I'll become the monster. And I'll become the monster.
ruthlessness. Every trick, every skill put to use.
Every trick, every skill. Trickery is one of Hermes' domains. And again, Odysseus is his great grandson. Jay confirmed that even in Epic, Odysseus is Hermes' great grandson.
For this, I plan to put an end to all the foolishness. I have to get home, put it all on the line, or be dangerous. Hermes.
Was I on mute? Was I on mute? Guys, was I on mute? Tell me I wasn't on mute. I was explaining stuff. Crap! I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna rewind. Okay, let me just.
Have to get home, put it all on the line. I'm gonna use ruthlessness.
So I'm gonna use ruthlessness, like Poseidon said. I'm gonna be a monster.
Every trick, every skill, put
Every trick, every skill. The great grandson of Hermes. Hermes, whose domain, one of the domains is trickery.
to use for this. I plan to put it
And also, it's confirmed by Jorge. He told me that even in Epic, Hermes is the great grandfather of Odysseus.
an end to all the foolishness.
Hold on.
Have to get home, put it all on the line, or be dangerous.
Okay, put it all on the line. I'll be dangerous. I'll be the danger now. I'll be the monster, and I'll become the monster. I will deal the blow. So he may not know exactly what he's agreeing to at this point, but he's agreed to like put it all on the line. I'll become the monster if I have to.
Hermes. Thank you.
Don't thank me, friend. I'm not the one who fought for you.
Then who?
Good luck.
About that one, my husband and I were arguing about why exactly Hermes did not tell Odysseus what happened to Athena. And my argument is that it's because after all that entire song of of Hermes telling Odysseus to become the monster, he cannot allow for a shred of humanity to be there, or else Odysseus will never get home. If he tells Odysseus that Athena, you know, because of him, Odysseus would feel what? Humanity again. He would feel grief. He would feel suffering. He would feel all the emotions humans would when a friend passes on. And Hermes can't have that. He cannot have any distractions. He cannot give Odysseus any distractions. So that's why he stopped himself and did not tell Odysseus exactly what happened. So yes, my Delulu hat is saying that Hermes told Odysseus exactly what he needed to do, exactly what he needed to do to Poseidon, and also gave him a bit of Tiresias um, future stuff, told him about future stuff, even though he doesn't really understand. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna this for delusional. This is me looking into it way too much. This Santa hat is actually the Delulu hat. All in all, it's just a theory, but it's just that I've been listening too much to Dangerous, and then I keep think. Of course, I worked on Dangerous and the torture scene, and I'm like, and then I keep listening to the two, and like, I think these two are related. But yeah, Hermes do be helping, like secretly helping. Like rules say I can't really help you, but I'm gonna tell you what not to do so you'll do it. Anyway, let's the Lulu hat is off. Let's go ahead and proceed to the next song, which is Charybdis. When danger greets you with a smile.
You must be who Hermes mentioned. A monster here to block my way.
Oh yeah. Charybdis is also one of the songs that Jay offered for me to do. Um, it's just that I kind of declined it because I knew it was gonna take like this level of dedication. I mean, I appreciate every animator who did this. The transitions are seamless. So there's a lot of coordination that went into this, I'm sure. It's just that I'm not really as confident that I would be able to pull off camera angles like that the same way that Murchi, Tamatuta, and Aniflama did. So props to these awesome animators.
I'd like to hurry up and end this. So if you don't have much to say, then oh, bring it on. I'm not dying here, I'm still fighting here. I'm holding on till I see it through, till I've beaten you.
See, the transition to Aniflama's version is so seamless.
I already know your tactics. When you swallow, you attack with whirlpools that attract prey. But I see a disadvantage, cause I don't even have to kill you. I just have to avoid you. See if you don't spit it out soon. All that water will destroy you. Oh, bring it on.
This was inspired from Treasure Planet, by the way. Jay was really talking to me about the Treasure Planet moves and how Odysseus is gonna change his raft into something like a sky hovercraft. Yeah, Jay was. This was the whole sequence is inspired from Treasure Island, Treasure Planet.
Searching for home. I've reached it. My wife and son are past these shores. Holding on.
True, very underrated.
I am almost there. My love don't
I did not expect this part in Charybdis though when I first listened, when Jay first had me listen to it.
I am on my way. I'll be there today.
And Wolfie, of course. Look at the longing in his eyes. And then, okay, I don't know if it's very clear, but the waters are actually receding. So Odysseus is being pulled back out to sea, even though he was so close to Ithaca.
No!
Poseidon's face in the water. See that? See that? See that? They told me about that as well when he was planning for Get in the Water. A portion of Get in the Water, he also was telling me that he may consider having me do one of the portions before he narrowed it down to a choice between Charybdis and the finale of 600 Strike. But yeah, that's Poseidon's face right there in the water.
There you are, coward.
I love that it comes full circle because the first time um, Odysseus encountered Poseidon, it was Wolfie who made the animatic. Wolfie's the pioneer animatic creator that the very first person Jake commissioned to do an animatic, and then of course they were able to be the one to animate like the first meeting in the final confrontation. So I think that made it all come all full circle. I'm just gonna hide my Hydra head so we can properly see the videos.
For the perfect time to strike. When you're home so close and you've reached your coast, that's when our paths collide. I've got a reputation, I've got a name to uphold, so I can't go letting you walk, or else the world forgets I'm cold.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that for a bit because what I'm thinking about Poseidon is he doesn't, to be honest, he doesn't really care about Polyphemus so much as he cares about his reputation. I mean, even from ruthlessness, he said that you should have killed my son. Does that sound like a caring father to you? No. He was really after Odysseus because he felt that he had to kill Odysseus. Because if he didn't, then Odysseus that would be a taint to his name, to his reputation. Dude, you got beaten by essentially like a trickled down demigod. What are you talking about? You should have let him go. But anyway, he doesn't know. He didn't know, so let's continue.
Now get in the water. Get in the water. Or I'll raise the tide so high. All of Ithaca will die. Get in the water. Wait. Get in the water. Stop this, please. I'll make tidal waves so profound. Both your wife and your son will drown. No! Get in the water!
This one's by I know of Velasco. I really love how they did the water.
Don't mistake my threat for bluff. You have lived more than enough. Get in the water.
A screenshot of this was one of the few things that Jay showed me, particularly Poseidon's design. Take your son and gouge his eyes. Remember that.
You choose to die. Get in the water.
Aren't you tired, Poseidon? It's been 10 years. How long will this go? We're both hurting from losses, so why not leave this here and just go home?
I can't.
I can't. I have a reputation to keep.
Maybe you could learn to forgive.
No, I will not forgive. I'm not human like you.
No.
I'm ruthless. I'm a monster. See? I have a monster. Remember, he used this god move. Shatter the ocean. Ocean shatters like glass. Jay told me about this one. Sorry, I muted. Okay, okay. Going back. Sorry. Okay. So, um, Jorge is rubbing off on me. Anyway, so I paused this because I wanted to talk about Athena. She used her quick thought twice in God games. Once with Aphrodite, the other time to break through Ares' quick thought, right? So by the time she got to Zeus, she was already considerably weakened. So that means when gods use their god moves in Epic, that means they need some time to recover, which actually would explain why Poseidon was defeated. Not because of any other divine intervention, but because he was still in recovery. He used his god move. His mana power, his MP is low. And maybe it affected his health bar as well. So here we go. Probably mana bar, yeah. He can barely hear Polites now because he's almost forgotten how Polites sounded like. This is the part that they're waiting for him to die, essentially. And they're pulling him down, and this is how I theorize it. This is all in Odysseus' head. This is how I theorize it. He feels so guilty about letting them all down that he feels like they're the ones. The guilt is dragging him down, essentially. They want him to die because he feels like he deserves to die after everything that he did. He did and resulted in their deaths, essentially. So yeah. And this part, um, I see you draw your final. Wait, wait. I see a song faster. I see you saw your master man. Brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. This is it. Odysseus died here. Oh, the old Odysseus that we knew died here. Thank you. But yeah, Odie died. And then someone was born. The monster was born. Here's something in particular as well. Odysseus' eyes here are completely red. But you remember the very first time the red eyes was revealed was during Different Beast. Jay was very, very particular about Odysseus having red eyes, but only the pupils. So that means he was already tapping into his monster version way back when, but not as much. He wasn't fully a monster yet. He didn't become fully a monster until this point when the old Odysseus completely dies and the monster is born. Thank you, Meme Divinity. But yeah, he evolved. Oh no, Odysseus is evolving. Odysseus evolved into Monster OD. um, but I can't definitely felt like it was a job. It was his job now. Yeah, no, it kind of felt like it was more upset of being told to do something from a mortal. Yeah, that's true. Um, and guys, some of the insights that I do tell you are I will not tell you exactly. Sometimes I will tell you exactly where it came from. Sometimes I won't. But some of these are actually from conversations I had with Jay, and some of these are from my own analysis. Like the red eyes. Like if you notice, like although like what I can say is Jay was adamant in Different Beasts for Odysseus to have red pupils, and very adamant for uh Odysseus to be red eyes all throughout, like completely red eyes, all throughout the 600 strike. I see a man that gets to make it home alive, but is no longer you. Yes. And then there's the windbag. Okay, I need to address this one. I remember watching No Longer You on the live stream, and during that, but it's No Longer You. The flames, yeah, that monster towards the end of that official animatic. Jay gave that to me as a reference video. He was very specific. He told me, "See this, I want this as a foreshadow, and that's why we need to have the red eyes because it's been foreshadowed since No Longer You." So yeah, yes. Um, I'm gonna go now. I had so much fun. Oh, okay, okay, Dylan. Bye bye. And then you have the 3D by Vladislav Art House. Also, the red eyes are there. I actually saw like the portions of this one as well. Jay showed me beforehand.
Cause I will get back to my son, and I will get back to my wife.
And the reason why the water giant is moving slower is because, well, the bigger you are, the slower you move.
For every comrade, every one of my friends, almost all of whom were slaughtered by your hand. 600 strike!
We're gonna talk about the 3D animation after we're done analyzing the Vengeance Saga. We'll talk about the jetpack as well. Okay, okay, yo, pause. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. As some of you may know, I was sick all throughout the making of the Vengeance Saga. So the almost 2 months that I worked on Dangerous and the finale, uh, I was sick and I was in the hospital for 5 days. On my third day in the hospital, I started working on the rough animation for the finale, and I finished it in 2 days. I also like gave Jay like a I gave Jay like a video like and told him I'm sorry you had to find out like this, and he was so worried. And in fact, the finale, you guys weren't even supposed to see it because Jay was very insistent that I do not work on it at all until I'm better. But I'm stubborn. Like I didn't really wanna like when he told me rest, we're just gonna we're gonna show it in the Ithaca Saga. You don't have to do this right now. And I'm like in my head I'm like no ruthlessness is so I was basically tapping into the inner psycho in me, and then I started working on the first 45 to 50 seconds of the animation by myself. It so all the way from the beginning of this animation up until the trident, I did that all by myself. Colors, inks, animation, post production, everything, just by myself. And it wasn't until Jay made some changes that I brought my team in, and we were able to submit it in the nick of time. Yes, I'm okay now. So my voice is still a bit shot. So let's go ahead and play it. This little smirk, I added that. Yeah, but Poseidon was actually supposed to have crazy eyes towards this part. In the original draft, it was crazy eyes because Jay gave me a reference photo of an anime character doing the crazy eyes, and he said I want the eyes to be like one eye is twitching and smaller, the other way eye is big. But it kind of turned out really goofy, so that's why he decided not to go with it. Anyway, let's go ahead and play.
You see, you
Oh yeah,
see
Jay wanted bruises, not blood. Initially, I had him like with a cut in his face, bleeding a bit of red with flecks of gold. But Jay wanted just bruises for now.
home. Now you'll never get back. You're going to call off that storm. Or what? You can't kill me. Exactly. Wait. Wait.
Sorry, I'm muted again. Oh my god. Okay, not many people saw this one because it went by so fast. But the ichor, the red blood, there's you can actually see the gold glittering. The gold, guys, is literally animated. Let's go back. I don't know if I can slow this down. Let me. Maybe I can. I don't want to slow this down, but just watch the gold literally. Am I still on mute, guys? Am I still on mute? I don't see that. Okay, I have like a little button in my hand that I'm like clicking on and off. Okay, thank you for verifying, you guys. Okay, let's play it again. Again, the ichor, the gold, the twinkling gold is on the red. And if you look at Zwist's album cover, that was basically to trick the audience into thinking that it was Odie's blood. Look at the rocks. Maybe I should bring it up. I don't know if I have a copy of the. I don't know if I have a copy of it. Hold on. If you look at the rocks, you will actually see that there are flecks of gold in the rock on the rocks, along with in the red in the blood. Uh, hold on. Jaren's vengeance torture scene. Oh crap! Did I not save it? Anyway. I just look at it at your own time. Um, but yeah, the gold is twinkling. Hold on. Watch this.
Wait.
See, it's twinkling. Twinkle, 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 little star. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. There you go. Bye, Storm.
No pain. I watch my friends die in horror.
And also, as you guys know,
They were all
this is rotoscope animation,
their final moments.
meaning I drew
Their captain and
over Jay's reference video. All those movements are deliberate.
all of the pain that I've been through.
No problem, Arco. Bye. Okay, this part Jay was
When I begged you.
okay. So this part, even before we started animating this, Jay said one of the stabs is through the throat. He was very specific about that. That's why if you like make the volume louder, you can actually hear Steven or Poseidon gurgle and then gasp uh once the trident is pulled out.
Told me to close my heart.
There, there.
That the world was dark. Didn't you say that?
Okay, notice that part. Odysseus and Poseidon have now switched. Have now switched positions. Odysseus is singing ruthlessness. Poseidon is singing monster. The god and the mortal have switched status. So yeah, it at this and yeah,
Ruthlessness is mercy upon all right. Please.
yeah. About this one, Jay was particular. By Artemis, Jay was particular about that one eye glowing red because I presented to him like a sketch of this scene, and I sketched out that Poseidon had lost an eye, and he agreed to keep that in. So yeah, canonically, Poseidon lost an eye. It is a poetry towards Polyphemus, and at the same time to him threatening to gouge out Telemachus' eyes. So yeah, you want to gouge out my son's eyes? I'll gouge out your eyes first.
After everything you've done, how will you sleep at night? Next to my wife.
So cool. And that, my friends, is the Vengeance Saga. Yes, I did a J. That was so cool. Um, I don't know if epic gods will regenerate. I reckon they might. I reckon. I mean, Apollo might be able to do a little something there. Maybe give Poseidon a glass eye or something. But yeah, Poseidon lost an eye, lost his dignity, and Odysseus has elevated himself into monster slash god. So, what do you think is gonna happen to those suitors? We're gonna find out just now. So I am going to open another. Just gonna close that for a bit, and then it could be permanent because it was dealt with a god weapon. Oh no! Pirate Poseidon. Yar! Pirate Poseidon. Uh, let's see. Okay. So that was our analysis of the Vengeance Saga, the animatics animations as well as the lyrics, particularly for Dangerous when I went and put on my Delulu hat. But I'm gonna show you guys something extra special. Um, because I know people were asking about the jetpack thing. I know there's controversy in regards to that. Um, Jay did tell me that it was gonna be very, very anime, so the rules, logic does not apply here, guys. Logic does not apply. There are rules that go beyond that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you something, something special that have not yet been released. So stay tuned while I look for it. And let's see. It's probably gonna fill up the entire screen. So hold on, hold on. Hold on. I just want to make sure that I get the right file. Actually, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've always wanted to show. Just gotta. Where did I put that? Hold on. I did not prepare this because I didn't really think that I would actually be showing this to you guys. Patreons. Okay. I'm gonna show you some behind the scenes look at the torture scene. How exactly was it composited? This is the first thing I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something else later on. Okay, here we go.
How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain?
You know what? I'm just gonna pause that for a bit. Sorry. Here we go.
How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? I watched my friends die in hunger, crying as they were all slain. I heard their final moments, calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me into. Look what we've become. Enough. All of the pain that I've been through. Haven't I suffered enough? You didn't stop when I begged you. Told me to close my heart. You said the world was monster. Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon our? All right. Please.
So that's a behind the scenes look about how that scene was composited. So as you can see, we only did the outline. So animation was a lot faster, and we just, I say we, but we for the animation, because my assistants helped a lot with regards to the colors and adding the inks, and then I did all the compositing behind the scenes. So there's a lot of work that went into it. Now, I'm also going to show you something special in regards to the windbag. Uh, while I do like respect Jay's vision because it becomes a storytelling device. That's why the bag was opened. Um, what I was like thinking, like, how was he able to control the bag? That was my thought. There was someone who presented that, oh, he turned his shoulders left and right, and that's how he maneuvered it. And well, I kind of agree. Um, I did actually have some thought about how I would go about the jetpack situation, and it's a minor change really that I did, and I'm gonna show you guys. I still use the jetpack because out of respect for Jay's vision, but I also wanted to add a few things like controls essentially. So some of you know what I'm talking about, and yes, I am gonna show it to you guys right now. So let me just take a moment to find that file, and let's see the torture scene 600 strike. Here it is, and here we go.
I don't think you seem to get it. I can't afford to die, cause I will get back to my son, and I will get back to my wife! For every comrade, every one of my friends, almost all of whom were slaughtered by your hand, 600 strike!
And that's the reason why after this stream will be privated. Yeah, Goku. Yes, yes. That's actually one of Jay's favorite poses for Odysseus to do. In fact, you see him do that pose a lot in Dangerous. He did it from at the start and then at the end. Um, as for Ares helping, guys, I've been telling people this. Ares was never once in mine and Jay's conversation, not even from the very start, not even from the very beginning. And I feel like Ares helping not only does not make sense, it also takes away from Odysseus' agency. This is Odysseus' journey from man to monster. A god intervening like that, like possessing OD and blessing OD, would actually be detrimental, I feel like, to the story. So he was able to defeat Poseidon because Poseidon was already weakened after using Shatter the Ocean. Uh, will that be in the director's cut? The director's cut is different, by the way. This one is not. This is my own fan animatic, but I will say that I did take inspiration from a few things that Jay told me. Um, but yes, we do have the director's cut of the torture scene. I'm not sure if I finished everything. Okay, I can. Oh, I only have the progress here. This is not the full thing yet, but there's gonna be. It's not a redo so much as it is the director's cut. And I say director's cut is because I finished the rough animation. Jay saw it, and we were gonna go for it, but due to the lack of time, he made a creative and a lot more superior way of showing the torture scene because the original was much more brutal in a way. Like there's a lot of camera cuts, and it left nothing, not exactly nothing, but it left a lot, not quite a lot to the imagination. Whereas the final, you can actually watch it and then you can imagine the pain and stuff. So let's see. I'm gonna play it for you guys right now.
You idiot.
So these are the crazy eyes
Can't you
that Jay
see?
initially wanted me to do.
You sealed your fate
So a lot of these is the same
just to beat me.
as the first 45 seconds.
You released my storm when you opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home. Now you'll never get back.
And there were supposed to be a feet scene and stuff.
You're going to call off that storm.
So this one was
Or
retained.
what? You can't
There was
kill
supposed to be
me.
a shadow.
Exactly. Wait. Wait! Ah! How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? I watched my friends die in horror, crying as they were all slain.
Okay, I think I'm gonna show you the actual animation that I did. I'm gonna fast forward. This one is my redo. Jay actually gave me permission to use the scrapped animation for my own animatic, so that's so generous of him. And let me see, where is it? Vengeance, torture. Yeah, I do know. I named it the torture scene. Um, where did I put that? I think it's this one. Wait, no. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, here we go.
You idiot. Can't you see? You sealed your fate just to beat me. You released my storm when you opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home. Now you'll never get back. You're going to call off that storm. Or what? You can't kill me. Exactly. Wait. Wait! Ah!
Yeah, notice that blood highlights the letter E because Jay told me that that's what it's supposed to look like. Letter E for epic.
How does it feel to be helpless?
Again, this is the director's cut. This was the original draft that was approved by Jay before we made changes.
How does it feel to know pain? I watched my friends die in hunger, crying as they were all slain. I heard their final moments, calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me into. Look what we've become. Enough. All of the pain that I spent through. Haven't I suffered enough? You didn't stop when I begged you. Told me to close my heart. You said the world was dark. Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon our... All right. Please. After everything you've done, how will you sleep at night? Next to my wife.
And that's the director's cut. That's the director's cut of the torture scene. So, pretty much not a lot left to the imagination, but still making sure that it's like safe for YouTube. The switch back to the normal eyes, I did ask if that was possible, but Jay probably did have like storytelling thing in mind. He said that Odysseus' eyes would be red all throughout. So the returning of the eyes being normal is a cut part, a scrapped idea. So yeah, so I thought they were normal eyes at the next one. Yeah, yeah. So that means Jay really fully intends for Odysseus to completely be a monster. No humanity left, which will make the Ithaca Saga quite interesting. And speaking of which, we are going to proceed to listening in and maybe analyzing a bit of the Ithaca Saga. Is the full version of 600 Strike going to be your next animatic release? I know you're working on different beasts too. Okay, okay. So this is my priority right now. Number one priority is the Odysseus versus Poseidon battle animatic. I'm almost done. I'm just polishing that one. And then I'm gonna separate the video of the torture scene just because I know there are people who are triggered by the torture scene, and I want them to be able to enjoy the Poseidon and Odie battle without having to worry about skipping the next part for the torture scene. While those who are okay with watching the torture scene can watch the video by itself as well. So those are going to be two separate videos. Again, priority is the OD versus Poseidon, and then followed back closely with the director's cut of the torture scene. And then after that, I will finish the Underworld because I'm very close to finishing that one as well. And then different beast is going to be worked on very slowly here and there, but it is still being worked on. Anyway, let's proceed to the Ithaca Saga. I'm gonna check Salago videos if they have a compilation because some of you may not have heard, but there might be some extra stuff in there that some of you have never heard before. So let me just check video. Where is Ithaca? Ithaca. I'm just checking right now. Wait. Wait, hold on. Ithaca Saga. Okay, Luna. Thanks for hanging out. Uh, October 18th. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. There it is. There it is. I'm just gonna fast forward this first before where is this? Okay, I think I got it, and poof, we're gonna pop that in. Uh, okay, let me see. Oh, so this is gonna be your first time with the Ithaca Saga Goldie. That's cool. So we're gonna hear Penelope. By the way, Anna Lee, the voice of Penelope, she actually saw my animatic and she commented that she loved it. I'm just so happy. Okay, anyway, let's proceed with this one. Where's my controls? There it is. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get to my controls. Why is it not showing? Hold on, you guys. I'm having some technical issues. Okay, there it is. Okay, here we go. The challenge, Penelope song, Ithaca Saga. Bye, meme divinity. Again, guys, this is from Solago Videos.
I'm supposed to choose a suitor or the crown. I said I would choose as soon as we fish around. They don't know that every night I am forever get down. 'Cause I run the line that allow them to think they can. Though I resort to this, just know I'll be here. I don't know how much longer I'll last since we saw that storm. And though it was so close to our kingdom, it was far from the norm. Alas, oh, could it be some kind of sign that my world is all about to change? Is it finally time for the challenge I arranged? So I never thought that it would come to this. Just know I'll be here buying you time.
Time to be the man of the house. Time is running out. Time to be the man of the house.
While the kids sing, my husband's on board and shoots through 12 X's cleanly. We'll beat up the king, sit down at the bar, and roll with me as their queen. Let the air fly once you know that your aim is true. 'Cause I'd rather die than go on without the best of you. Though I never thought that things would be that way. I might not have it any other way. And though I never thought that it would end like this, just know I'll be here
Okay, so um, I don't think that there's too much to analyze there. It's just basically Penelope telling, apparently, the storm that she mentioned. I know a lot of people were thinking it was the storm way back 10 years ago when Odysseus was close to Ithaca, but apparently it was the Poseidon Odysseus battle. So, yeah. And yeah. And also, I am like gonna sneak in. This is my stream, so I'm gonna sneak in a little something something for you guys. There was a question here. What do you think the album cover will be? I think it might have like the arrow going through the axis. I'd like to think that that's gonna be the case. Um, let's see. Uh, Also, I'm like pausing a little bit because I know what the next song is. So, trigger warning. But before we go to the trigger warning, We are going to look at a little something here, and you guys will probably have an idea what I'm planning to look at. And that is my take on the challenge, the full animatic, rough animatic, by the way. I'm planning that I'll be polishing this days before the saga drops, and I will be releasing it like I guess within hours after the live stream. So yeah, here we go. Don't worry, I'm gonna go back to Salagos videos later. Oh, we have lyrics. I forgot I added lyrics. Yeah, I will update the wedding bed for sure. For sure.
Though it was so close to our kingdom, it was far from the Lord. Alas, how could it be? Some guy decided that the world was about to change. Is it finally time for the
The bow, by the way, is a Palintonus bow, which historians agree is the type of bow that Odysseus had, and it's so different that you actually have to like in order to string it, you actually have to bend it backwards in its correct place. So now at rest it is bent the other way. That's why it takes a lot of strength to string it, and a lot of strength and technique. It's a wonky looking bow.
let the earth fly once you know that your is true. 'Cause I'd
Yeah, I
rather
really wanted to show the arrows through the axis and stuff. This one took a lot of frames. You know though that arrow shot? I mean that shot through the axis. That's because Odysseus was looking at Penelope over there. He was looking at her through the axis. So yeah, you can expect this animation to drop like hours after Jay's live stream. So right now we're gonna go back to Salago videos and we're gonna listen in on the next song, which guys, trigger warning for plans to murder and to SA. Okay? Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Antinous is a bad guy. So, yeah. What song do I hope to animate into the live stream? I already know what song it is. What that I want to do anyway. Take note that this isn't confirmed yet that I'm gonna do this. I will tell you in just a little bit. Really, because I can never handle this song. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna analyze it. It's just basically Antinous being like uh very villainy. Okay, so let's just play it through, and then we'll play through. Then we'll talk about it a little bit, and then we'll play through the next song. What the heck? What the heck? Sorry. Here we go.
Screw this competition, we've been here for hours. None of us can string this, we don't have the power. Screw
He
this
might actually change the
personality,
lyrics. I don't
no
know.
more delays. Can't you guys see we're being played? This is how they hold us down while the throne gets colder. Hold us down while we slowly age. Hold us down while the boy gets bolder. Where the
Bye, meme.
our pride and our rage. Here and now, there's a chance.
If you notice, there's a bit of a callback here to the horse and the infant. Except this time, Antinomus is calling the other suitors to battle in a way. Just the same way Odysseus did to call his men to battle.
Not around. I heard he's on a diplomatic mission, and I heard today he comes back to town. So I say we gather near the beaches. I say
If I'm gonna be making an animatic for this, I'd probably focus more on Odysseus. Like the way Odysseus sneakily hides the weapons and stuff. While the boy gets cold bolder. Telemachus. Very, very dark, guys. They're very well written though, yeah. But there might be some additions here and there.
tiny pieces in the great glow. When the crowd is where the prince is, only the ocean and I will know.
Okay, big trigger warning, you guys. Big trigger warning for the next part. And I think Odysseus actually heard everything, and that's why he went ape shit on the suitors.
And then we'll hold her down while the gate is open. Hold her down while I get a taste. Hold her down while we share the
Yeesh.
spoils. I will not let any part go to waste. Here and now there's a chance for
Yeah, Odysseus definitely heard all this planning. Sorry, guys. Okay, so take the time to breathe if you were triggered by this song. Um, yeah, it's very heavy song. Lyrics are great though, but it's so visual, you know. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, it makes me uncomfortable as well. If I'm gonna like do like an animatic for this one, like a fan animatic, I'm gonna focus heavily on Odysseus, like how he like shakes and covers his face, and then he's shaking and becoming like a true monster because of hearing everything. And then yeah. Also, as for the question about what I hope to do, and I honestly do hope to do Song 38, Odysseus, because I did make an animatic for it, and throughout our conversation, um, ever since Thunder Saga, ever since Different Beast, Jay has always referenced that animatic because he has seen it, and it's the reason why. So he specifically mentioned that animatic and said, "I want you to make Odysseus' eyes this red for different beasts." So yeah, excuse me. Thanks, Ubi. So yeah, this is pretty much the next song is Odysseus, formerly titled King.
in the heat of battle at the edge of the unknown. Somewhere in the shadows lurks an agile, deadly foe. We have the advantage with the numbers and the might. You don't understand it. This man.
Imagine the song ends with hello and it's done similar to Scylla. Oh my god, that would be awesome. OD. Seyos. OD. Seyos. OD. Yeah, final boss OD. He's become the monster. I mean, every monster in the saga was changed. I mean, it was named, right? So it would make sense for this one to be named Odysseus as well.
Where is he? Where is he? Keep your head down, he's aiming for the torches. Our weapons, they're missing. He's using the darkness to hide his approaches. We're empty-handed, up against an archer. Our only chance is to strike him in the darkness. We know these horrors, the odds can be tilted. You don't think I know my own palace? I built it.
Oh yeah, I got it off. Frack. I forgot to talk about the backing vocals. I'll talk about it a bit more after this song. The one that's singing this, Amphinous, not Antinous. Amphinous, one of the kinder suitors. That's legendary. Okay, I gotta pause it there because I'm gonna like show you guys my animatic, my stream, my rules. Okay, okay, okay. But going back to the backing vocals, I completely forgot to mention the 600 men have backing vocals. 600 men. Guys, that's also another feather in the cap of my theory that is Odysseus has essentially become a god slash monster. Because those backing vocals are reserved for gods in Epic. Like, where did those come from? And now we also have this one. Odysseus. Come on, come on, come on. Odie is a god monster now. He is neither man nor mythical. He is the darkest moment. He is now a god, a demigod. Okay, okay, let me just look at my animatic for Odysseus animatic. And then we're gonna head back to Solago videos after this one. Okay, let me just pause that. Where the? Okay, let me see. Right. Okay, here it is.
Somewhere in the shadows lurks an agile, deadly foe. We have the advantage with the numbers and the
Look at the background. He's there.
don't understand it. This man plans for every fight.
When we were planning this, we wanted to go for a horror theme. Hence the dragging.
Where is he? Where is he? Keep your head down, he's aiming for the torches. Our weapons, they're missing. He's using the darkness to
Okay, hold on. Keep your head down. He's aiming for the torches. When I made this, I didn't know about Zilla yet. I had no idea. I had no idea Zilla was gonna like aim for the torches as well. So, and then we are the same, you and I. Oh, it is a monster. And seriously, this is a nat 20 for me. I had no idea, guys. Seriously, I didn't. Because my idea was that okay, it would be smart for Odysseus to aim for people who have torches. That way, everything will be in the dark, right? Right? So yeah.
hide his approaches. We're empty-handed, up against an archer. Our only chance is to strike him in the darkness. We know these horrors, the odds can be tilted. You don't think I know my own palace?
I built it. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember. In my animatic for the challenge, you could actually see like this same aerial shot of Penelope walking in the aisle with the suitors flanking on each side. And now we have Odysseus doing the same thing with the suitors dead now on each side. So I'm actually doing that as a callback. Yes, danger motif. Let's see. This is Amphinomus, the only kind suitor in the myth.
While we were busy plotting, he hid our weapons.
And also, he's carrying a torch. Take note of that. He dead now. And look who else is carrying a torch! If I find those monsters, is it you I'll find? I hope I do a nat 20 again for this one. Now, I made this even before Jorge commissioned me or contacted me. So, we have like, oh, in almost every time we start our conversations, like vengeance. Oh, no, wait. Thunder, wisdom, vengeance. We have always talked about this particular animatic. So, not to say that I'm like 100% sure that I'll be doing Odysseus or Song 38, but I kind of have a feeling that that's what Jay is gonna ask me to do. Honestly, I'd be surprised at this point if it's not. I need my blood! So let's see. I hope there's some element of Telemachus carrying a torch. Yes, I do hope so. I honestly hope so because it would be a callback to Legendary, you know? Like, if I fight those monsters, is it you I'll find? You know? Um, he could have accidentally killed his son. Maybe that would bring back his humanity. You know? Okay, so let's go back to Solago videos and finish up the final two songs. Okay, hold on. What the heck? Telemachus is his light. Yes. So here we go. I can't help but wonder. So after the battle has finished, it's Odysseus and Telemachus having a moment together. Okay. He doesn't know that what his father looks like. Yes. Nor Odie what his son looks like. Yes. Exactly. He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. So it's gonna be crazy what's gonna happen there. Yeah. So here's I Can't Help But Wonder. Telemachus' song. There was also at one point a different version of the epic wherein Telemachus, I think, really fought side by side with Odysseus as per the myth because he asked his father, how do you live with, essentially, how do you live with yourself when you've killed a person? So yeah, here we go.
Father? All my life I'd have died to meet you. Thought about your name so much it hurts. For 20 years I dreamt of how I'd greet you. Oh, and now you're here. I can't find the words. All my life I'd have died to know you. Days and nights I wish that I could show you. For 20 years I never could outgrow you. Oh, and now you're here. I can't help but wonder what your world must be. If we're like each other, if I have your strength in me, I can't help but feel like sorrow's all I've known. And I can't help but realize for so long I felt alone. Oh, my son, look how much you've grown. Oh, my boy, sweetest joy I've known. 20 years ago I held you in my arms, how time has flown. Oh, used to say it'd make the storm clouds cry for you.
Used to say it capture wind and sky for you. Held you in my arms, prepared to die for you. Oh, how time has flown. I can only wonder what your world has been. Things you've had to suffer, and the strength you hold within. All I've ever wanted was to reunite with my own. 20 years we've wandered, but today you're not alone. My son, I'm finally home.
Okay, so that was the end of I Can't Help But Wonder. And it is a very emotional song. I think Jay even cried when he was recording it, and or recording that video at least. And yeah, I actually have a few ideas. No, no, but the thing is, if I tell you my guys my ideas, you might assume that it's like you might assume that it's like facts. So I'm not gonna tell you. Anyway, guys, be prepared. Prepare your hearts. We are now in the final song called "Would You Fall in Love with Me Again?" And Salago Video somehow, through a lot of sleuthing, found the final piece of or the final piece of the final part of the song. So be prepared. Be prepared. Here we go.
Would you fall in love with me again if you knew all I've done? The things I cannot change. Would you love me all the same? I know that you've been waiting for love.
Thank you, Solago Videos, for finding that. Okay, so we are gonna play it again. I know the lyrics aren't very clear, so thanks again for Solago Videos for thanks again to Solago Videos for providing me the lyrics. Love you too, baby. Okay, so can you go to daddy? No, you don't want to go to daddy. Mommy's gonna sing right now, okay? So you guys, I'm gonna try to sing that final part, and I don't know if I can hit the high notes because my voice is a very deep alto at the moment. So let's go ahead and go back a little bit. Here it is. Could you carry it over? Lift it high on your shoulder with the strength that you say. That's Penelope. I had Odyssey's wedding bed with my blood and sweat. Carved it into the olive tree where we first met. The symbol of my love everlasting. Do you realize what you have asked me? The only way to move it is to cut it from its roots. Only my husband knew that, so I guess that makes him you. This is falsetto, I can't do it. I'd fall in love with you over and over again. I don't care how long or where, no matter how long it's been, you're mine. Don't tell me you're not the same person. You're always my husband, and I've been waiting, waiting, Penel, waiting, waiting. And then a very high waiting, waiting, waiting. I guess they're duetting. Very high waiting. For you. There we go. And then, can you imagine curtain call this music? So that's it. That is the Vengeance Saga and the Ithaca Saga. And I think this is a good time for us to end the stream. But before that, I'm going to check the chat if there's any other stuff that we need to address. Um, but yeah, Solago definitely did a lot of sleuthing there and managed to find that last part. Um, I love how Hori kept the olive tree to show Penelope's cleverness because her and Odie are like-minded. Yes. Um, he was laughing because he was talking in the middle of scene. Happy tears. Yes. Yeah, the just a man reprise. He is beyond being a monster. Like he's still a man underneath that monster. Uh, let's see. Uh, let me just check. I love the implication that Tyrese literally predicted the final note of the musical to no longer you. Yeah, you. Oh my gosh. Like, dude, this is a final song. You will duet this with your wife. I can already imagine the amazing animatics that will form from that. Yes. I love how Rory kept the olive tree trick to show Penelope's cleverness. Yes. Is this where the curtain call? Yeah, it feels like a curtain call with the trumpets and everything. Um, deep down, I would trade the world to see my son and wife. Yeah. Just a man reprise. Hello, J Ras. Yeah, you got there to the end. Yeah, oh my gosh. Guys, I really am thankful for each and every one of you. I'm so thankful that I'm part of this community. So thankful that Jorge made this very wonderful, inspiring project that brought us all together and helped so many people. Um, make their lives a lot better, because certainly mine is a lot better. I don't, like I mentioned in my video, I don't think I would still be talking to you guys had it not been for Jorge, had he not commissioned me. So I'm so grateful to him, grateful to you guys for all the support. And so, yeah, I guess the Ithaca Saga is the next and final stop of this project. But I do believe that Jorge mentioned he's gonna do a cut song saga as well. So after the Ithaca Saga, we still have some stuff to look forward to. Yay! Okay, question by Mildly. Gwendy, do you think you'll get to animate the song for the live stream since you've done the finale for the boat? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the finale though. Like, I don't know. To be honest, it would be an honor, I would say. But of course, ultimately, Jay has the final decision on who gets to do the finale. Who knows? Maybe it's a bunch of us, several artists, working on one project all at once. Um, I hope you get better. Yeah, hopefully too. I'm going to survive the last saga comes out and there will be no more releases. There's still the Cut Saga. Um, it's tradition at this point. But I will tell you guys, I will tell you this, guys. Even though we were still talking about the Vengeance Saga, I did tell Jay, like, uh, what if we do? Please don't expect this, okay? Don't expect that this is gonna happen. But I did tell him, what if for the final scene we get a 360-degree spin shot, but every spin is a different artist rendition of Odysseus and Penelope. And while he thought that was brilliant, I do agree with him in saying that that's gonna take a lot of coordination, a lot of planning ahead of time, and a lot of coordination between artists. So uh, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, I still want to do for my number one choice. If I'm like gonna be given the honor to do it, is still Odysseus, just because I already made it and I already have an idea about how to make it. I mean, oh my god, I'd really love to do it. I really love to do the bloodshed. But yeah, we still got like I don't know how long yet, but I guess people are already like having an idea on when the release is. If we base it on the fact that we know what Jay's favorite holiday is, and the fact that the Ocean Saga was also released on that very day 1 year ago. So, this is not me confirming. This is me also theorizing along with you guys on when the release date will be. So, yeah. But I think right now Jay's getting some much deserved rest. Yeah. So, if you guys don't have any more questions, I think it's a great time to end this stream. Thank you once again for joining me for this Spoiler Talk Fridays. We will have another Spoiler Talk next week, and this time it will be a the Cut Song Saga. And so, yeah, I do have a lot of projects in store unless something comes up. And I will see you again next time. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So, thank you. Wait. Will you animate the Iliad musical if he ends up making it? I might. I might. I really love working for Jay and I really love working for his song. So yeah, I might. um. So yeah, it feels like there's 2 to 3 months in between. Take care of yourself, you guys. This has been Gwendy from NSTD Studios, and I will see you when I see you. Bye for now, guys. Bye bye.